What is up, and welcome back to the Dan's Golf World Show. Gary, action-packed as always. You know it. That's the theme of this thing. Scottie Scheffler taking another win, bringing home more trophies. Of course, why not? He's the number one player in the world. A lot of potential. Erin Hills just wrapped up the U.S. Women's Open, and we have crowned another female major champion. Also, speaking of the U.S. Open, the men were out there for the golf's longest day. It seemed brutal. Gary, you've played that many holes easily in a day. I don't know. Maybe it's not that challenging for you. Live Golf is headed to Virginia. The RBC Canada Open is coming up, and Peyton Manning might be in the process of dealing with an insurance claim issue. We'll find out all of that and a whole bunch more right here in Dan's Golf World Show, the official golf show of Sports Illustrated. Does it again, huh, boys?
Yeah.
Go Scottie, taking another win. This dude is on a run like no other. Which one's Scottie in this picture?
I think it's the one on the right.
Copy that. He's unstoppable right now.
I know.
You know, it's who's coming for him? I mean, who's even in his caliber right now in pro golf?
I don't think anyone. Did you see in the press conference when Jack Nicklaus was talking and he was like, yeah, you know, you got your Ben Griffins in the world. You got all your, like, and he was talking about, like, good players that can win a tournament. But, like,
Straka.
He goes, but they're not on the same level as Scottie.
They're not in his league.
They're not in the same league.
And he was like, you know, if Xander was coming for him, maybe he'd have to, like, step it up. But, you know, these guys, they're good. They're not Scottie good.
They're not Scottie
like,
good.
It's crazy. Like, I was watching, just casually looking at leaderboards throughout the weekend, and, like, Scottie's down, and then slowly but surely, every time I pulled it back up, he's higher and higher and higher until he's at the top. I'm like, oh my God, because I thought Ben Griffin was going to do it again.
Scottie does that thing like in scary movies where he's just like slow walking in the background and he just keeps coming. He keeps coming. It's still Scottie. And he's lights out when he comes in with the 54-hole lead. If he's leading Saturday, I mean, I think there's no chance. Nobody's got a chance.
Tigerist.
Very Tigerist. Tiger-esque?
Tigeresque. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
They got to make a commercial about him where like they singularly like put him out against like the field because like that's what when Tiger came back when he was hurt, just to make it not about Tiger but a little bit. But
yeah,
like,
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I felt like I almost like I'm hearing Rich's laugh from behind my
Yeah,
ear
I know, right?
when he said Tigeresque.
Rich, of course, is not with us today on the show. He's, I don't know, probably doing something more fun than talking to guys like us. I don't blame him. But you're right. We miss his laugh. Maybe we can
guys like us.
We can cue in his laugh or something. I miss it. This is Scottie's third victory in 4 starts.
Jesus.
He won at the Byron Nelson. He won the PGA Championship, and now winning at Memorial to defend. And also Tiger. He's the first player to defend the title at the Memorial since Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
So that's very Tiger-esque, right?
Do you know what's an
We're
even
high-fiving for
crazier stat?
Go on.
Between now and May 4th,
Yes.
Scottie Scheffler has the same amount of wins as the MLB Colorado Rockies. That's how bad they're playing baseball, but that's how good Scottie's playing golf.
I was gonna say.
Wow. And how many games have they played in that amount of time? Like 400?
No, it was just a month's worth, so probably maybe
60?
25.
I don't know. Baseball plays a lot. They got a lot of games going.
Dude, yeah.
They got to calm down.
When I visit over at my parents' house, my mom's watching the Cubs all the time.
How much money do you think Scottie has earned this season so far?
I'm gonna say $12.5 million.
You were very close. $14.5 million this season.
Wow.
$9.6 million in the last 4 tournaments alone.
Unreal.
Dude's raked in like $10 million in the last month.
And he's still grabbing the flag and filling the divots with Grant. Humble guy.
He's a real guy.
He's a dude's dude.
He's a dude's dude.
I love Scottie.
Well, did you guys see what happened after?
After what?
After he won and Meredith gave him the little Bennett.
Oh, yes. All right. This was like peak dad golfer moment. Gary, I don't know if you can see this looking at him real close. His baby's back. And if you're a parent, you've dealt with diapers. We've all dealt with this. Poop coming straight up the back. The kid blew out the diaper, and it's coming straight up the back of the onesie. And mom's like, oh, Scottie, good job. I'm so proud of you. Here, hold your son. Look out for his back.
Here's your trophy.
He just like slimed it halfway up to his shoulder blades.
Oh, my God.
And that thing is like that is so real
Yeah.
in like the parenting world, babies, diapers. It like
How many babies and diapers have you changed? You
um
have 4 kids.
I would say nowhere near as many as my wife, but
Shout out Stacy.
probably more than most guys in this room.
Oh, 100%. I've never done it once.
I've never done it either.
I don't even want to see it.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I had never changed a diaper in my life until it was my own children.
Well,
Like,
that makes total sense.
like there's no way.
No.
I'm not doing that. Your kid.
I-
It's up
I-
his back.
Like if James was younger and you're like, hey, I'd be like, I just put him outside with the hose and just
Just spray him
yeah,
down.
just leave him to air dry.
And you
Come
get-
back later.
You know, like the little twist on attachment to the hose, you can have soap. And then, like,
Wait, that's a thing?
Spot-free rinse.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for cars,
Oh.
not for kids.
Not for babies.
Well,
Yeah.
did you
Yeah, I
see?
get the special attachment for
There
that
was
one.
there was another clip that came out with him where I think it was right, and he had to go somewhere, and Bennett was with him. He was holding Bennett, and he was like, he was trying to give him back to Meredith, whatever her name is, and he grabs her, and he just starts bawling. And then
Oh.
Scotty's like, "Look at the wood! Look at the wood!" He's like, "Look at the pine wood on the
That's diabolical.
door end, whatever it's called, like the frame."
Yeah.
And I'm
Whatever it's
like,
called.
"Oh, that's funny."
Well, I think that's 80% of parenting is just like, at least, for dads, like, oh, stop crying. Look at the shiny thing. Like, what do I do? I don't know.
And it goes everywhere.
And what I also love is like, I think their babies just passed like the 1 year mark.
No, not yet.
I thought so because this is the second picture
I
with
thought
him
it-
at this tournament.
That's a big
Thought it was
baby
10
for 1
He
year.
was 10. No, was he a dad for the PGA?
I don't know. They showed like the side by side where he won this last year and then he won it again and the baby was in both pictures.
Oh,
I think.
okay, yeah.
be around.
Maybe it was a week after or the week before.
Here, to put it
I
in
don't know.
retrospect, she was going to go into labor possibly during the Masters when he had won it. So that kid is like 2 years old. Because Rory won this.
No,
Listen. Rory won this year, right? And then he won last year, right? And then there was that whole.
I'm here for this math. Keep going.
yeah, keep going.
It's on video.
All right. So
So
if
he-
he was
wait.
almost born at the last
Wait,
Masters
time out.
till now.
So he's like a year old.
Oh, come on. But you know what, though? Maybe his life shouldn't be counted in years. It should be counted in Masters. He's 2 Masters older. You know what I mean?
It's
Or-
like Christmas.
Yeah.
You have one Christmas before your birthday usually.
He said he would leave at any time if she went into labor. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I would stay.
like, don't call him.
Don't
Just
call.
don't let him know.
Don't let him know.
I have a feeling that's what would have happened.
I would hope.
Like,
I think she would be mad though. I think she would. They would have a conversation prior to that. He'd be like, "Don't do that."
Or is it the reverse where she's like, guys, he said to call him, but I'm saying no. He's like, leading on the final day.
Yeah,
My water just broke.
yeah. Just play out the round. Come
yeah.
back later.
He's got, he's got like 11 holes left. Let the guy just wrap it
But
up.
isn't that his
pushing
first
the
kid
baby
though?
back in.
Yeah. Just stop pushing. Don't do the, don't do that thing yet. What was this?
I'm putting the baby
Spartan
back.
kicking
With your
the-
foot?
What are you, Spartan kicking that
I
thing
don't want
back
to get
in?
wet.
Dr. Gary is here to do the foot procedure.
Get over here.
Do you have to put like a sanitary booty on or something? Your foot now.
You just go golfing just right after.
Wow. Ben Griffin, though. You know what? Scottie is on a run, but Ben Griffin is on his own run. And I feel like it is time we take a moment to really dive into the world of Ben Griffin. This guy, he's just having himself a year. He's in the mix. He's right there. I mean, he was obviously trying to chase down Scottie the Sunday at Memorial, wavered a little. I imagine that's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I got a lot of pressure.
And you play Scotty.
Yeah, meanwhile, Scotty's over here cool as a cucumber. You know what I
Making
mean?
my way
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, like not a care in the world. He's just like dialed, focused, great shot. Jack Nicklaus is watching. Make the putt. Have a great time.
Poopy
Take a
diaper.
Poopy diaper. Wife hands me the kid. Hand it back. He's not crying.
When
We're
you
fine.
see this, what do you instantly think? What song?
Um,
North Carolina, come on and raise up. Take your shirt off.
What?
Whip it around your head and twit it like a helicopter.
I've never heard this song in my life.
Yeah, neither have I.
What?
Yeah. Either way,
Not friends.
I instantly think from North Carolina, 6'6" at guard, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I would say Michael Jordan too.
What year was Ben Griffin born?
I'm going to say 98.
He's too off of everything.
Yeah,
man.
96.
Oh, okay.
He's-
Okay.
He's only 2 years younger than me.
Born in
or
Chapel
older.
Hill, North Carolina. He went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill as well. Multiple tournament wins, earned All-American honors, and turned pro in 2018.
Unreal.
He got himself a win on PGA Tour Canada. He competed on the Corn Ferry Tour as well as PGA Tour Latin America. He showed flashes of talent, but struggled for consistency. You know, it's fine. I think that's all of us in golf. And he was unable to secure a full PGA Tour status. In 2001, the pressure of professional golf led to burnout.
You mean 2021?
What'd I say?
2000.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he was like
I'm in the
4.
He was
wrong.
like 5 years old there.
Yeah. It was way
Not as bad as my math for Scotty's kid.
way before Josh was born. Sorry.
Whoa. That was
Yeah, sorry.
2001. I was 3.
All right. 2021, the pressure of professional golf led to burnout. He went for a career shift. He hung it up. He hung up the golf spikes. Gary, do you know what he went to do during his time away from professional golf?
I do.
Go ahead, throw it out there.
Clean pools.
It was very similar to that. He was a mortgage loan officer.
It was 2 off. Two off.
Two off. That's 2 careers over from what it was. Again, 2 off. Which I imagine he was great at. It's probably getting people great rates. You know what I mean? Like all that. It was fun. And houses were selling like crazy during that era.
Helping stupidest people make the hardest decision of their life.
Exactly. Thank you. And he said at first he really didn't miss golf.
Oh,
It was
wow.
fine. It was a nice break.
Okay.
Which is weird. He's played it his whole life, plays through college, goes in and plays pro golf, playing in Canada Tour, Latin America, Corn Ferries, all over the place, hangs it up, and just doesn't miss it.
And then
He's
he comes
fine.
back and he's good.
Oh, you're right, he
I've-
does.
I've done that with sports.
I need 2 days off.
Here is the process of him getting back, and I find this quite interesting. He was invited to a member guest tournament at Highland Springs in Missouri and shot a 63 on his
Unreal.
own ball.
Unreal.
Wow.
Unreal.
Sparked a little fire.
Oh my God.
Little match, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Just a
63
little.
is just diabolical.
And realized he still had the game to compete. Which is wild because he even said there was a period of time where he didn't miss golf. He wasn't even swinging a club. Like he was just like, filing paperwork and doing mortgages and the whole thing, not playing any golf, comes back, grabs the sticks, heads out to a member guest and fires off a 63.
You've done member guests before, right?
Not while firing a 63.
Well, no, you've never.
Well,
fired a
member guest,
63.
isn't that just like a scramble?
Well, it's so
It
member guest
varies.
generally it's a private club. Whoever's a member, and then you get your playing partner is somebody who is a non-member, member guest, and formats can vary. But it sounds like he was playing his own ball.
At our member guests, we did a scramble, and then the next day was a best ball.
Oh, it was a 2-dayer?
2-dayer.
2-dare.
I love 2-dayers,
Oh,
dude.
I love a good 2-dare. Waking up the
Oh.
second day.
And you're in the lead or something. Like the first day for
I
the
don't, I don't know about that
Yeah.
part. I've never had that fun.
Oh.
I didn't shoot 63.
I like 2-dayers for bowling. Those are fun.
Back to the golf show.
In 2022, he rejoined the Corn
We love
Ferry
you, Josh.
Tour with conditional status, achieved multiple runner-up finishes, secured a PGA Tour card for the 2023 season, all from the support of some of his friends. Notable friend that he's brought up in many interviews. A Mike Swan, you know him. You know Mike Swan. You guys
100%.
play together all the time.
Absolutely.
Encourage him to play in a Monday qualifier, offering to cover the expenses. And his other friend, Doug, a partner at an investment firm called Lloyd Abbott, provided financial backing to support Griffin's return to professional golf. So he had one friend encouraging him and the other friend floating him some dough.
That's always good.
That helps.
You're like both in one.
All right.
You're like a
cool.
motivator and a dough flower.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
jeez.
I usually get a couple bucks I'll throw you away for like a lemon lime Gatorade. It's fine.
Hey, how do you think we got to Bunker Hill? No, okay.
Well, now we fast forward to the year 2025,
Nice.
the year of Ben Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partnered with teammate Andrew Novak, they take the win at the Zurich Classic. Doesn't
pretty
suck,
fun.
shooting 28 under, beating out the Havgard twins by 1 stroke. Not so bad. Highlights, Ben Griffin drained a 35-foot birdie on 17 to take the lead. And this was his first PGA Tour win. Then in May of 2025, the Charles Schwab Challenge was Ben Griffin's very first solo PGA Tour win. 12 under finish, $1.71 million.
You know what I think of every time you say first PGA Tour win?
What?
Why can't it be Tommy?
You know, we'll get there.
Okay.
He's saving it up. It's like, no. Don't ask for things until your birthday comes. You know what I mean? Like
It's really
You
going
don't
to come.
realize
It's really going to
He
come.
loaded up that question. He looked at me. He was like, I got a good one.
Don't you load up Tommy
I was like
questions.
this. Watch this. Watch
Don't
this.
you dare.
He tried to load it up. I thought
How
it was going to be
dare
a
you.
Tiger question.
Also taking himself a T8 position at the PGA Championship, top 10 finish in a major.
Unreal.
Memorial coming in second, bringing him a grand total 2025. How much has Ben Griffin earned in 2025?
How many tournaments did you play?
I don't know, a bunch.
I'll say 4.8.
7.1.
Oh,
More than 2.
gosh
And
darn it.
his total PGA Tour career earnings
Not by much.
are
Ooh, 9.4.
$13.8
Wow.
million.
That's 13.8 more than mine.
You know what? You are correct. That is
100%.
a
Spot on
provable,
math.
factual piece of information.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, so what a wild story. You know what I mean? The guy, growing up playing junior golf, making his way into college, having a decent college career, coming out, playing pro, nothing crazy,
No.
and then decides to hang it up. Puts the sticks away. Pulls them out of the trunk. You know what I mean?
Didn't even hit balls.
He wasn't even hitting balls.
Did he just
I know.
kid? Okay.
Dude decides to come back, plays in a member guest, gets that fire.
If you shoot 63 like tomorrow, like
I'm trying to Monday qualify next week. That's it. I'm straight there. I'm buying a plane ticket. I'm going to do ship sticks and send my clubs.
but the thing is, like when he shoots 63, he's probably doing it from like 7,200.
Oh, yeah. I'm playing up
Minimum.
in like the golds.
Like you're in the 5,000s.
Yeah. It's like a chip and putt. They shot that at the front 9.
Flipping loser.
It's fine. It's cool. It is the era of
New
Ben
golfers.
Griffin. It is. I like it.
It's cool.
I'm happy. And he's probably one of the only non-dads that's doing well on the tour right now.
He's so young.
He's so young.
Well, I mean, I think he might be the same age as Scheffler, actually.
Did you hear what the girls were saying to Josh at Bunker Hill?
I thought Scheffler's 29.
Scheffler's like
20.
definitely
28?
20
He's
something.
25. Yeah, they're in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, Scheffler's only
25?
28.
25.
Don't you get like
Isn't
55-year-old
it
vibes
said
from
that on
him?
my first page.
You said he was born in 96. I'm
26.
26.
How old are you?
26.
You're 26?
Yeah.
So, could you card him?
Give me your card.
All right, do some math. How old
So
is Ben
28.
Griffin? He's 28?
Yeah, because it's 96, depending on when his birthday actually is.
Making my way downtown.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Anyway, what else is happening? Ben
Good
Griffin,
job.
good for you.
Oh,
Who knows how
How
old
did
you
you
are?
never
Hey,
hear that
Dan.
song though?
What?
There's something I totally forgot to put on the run of show, but I think we should talk about.
All
is,
right.
Netflix had this huge live
Wrestling.
No.
Sorry.
No, had this huge live like what's upcoming, kind of like how Marvel
The
does it
Ta-da?
at like Comic Cons. Yeah, no, To Doom.
To Doom.
It was To Doom. And it
Nice.
had the Happy Gilmore trailer on there.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
and-
almost time. We've been talking about it for like 4 years.
I think it's July.
July.
Wow, we're only still a few months away.
Yeah, I
Nice.
completely forgot to put that
We're like
in
a month
because it
away.
was pretty cool. It had a whole bunch of stuff like Squid Game was on there. You like Squid Game?
The reality show version?
No, just
Ah, no,
never mind.
that's the only one I watched.
Yeah.
The monster just hit my soul. I
But
feel
it was cool.
Nice.
It showed a lot. There's so many people in there. They
There's a
got.
lot going
I
on.
saw Scheffler in there. I saw Xander. I saw JT. Rory.
Colin Morikawa, John Daly.
Yeah, John
Um,
Daly. I guess I'm after the trailer. I think he's playing a big role.
Like, yeah, he's not just like in the background swinging a club. Like, he's like a talking character, it seems like.
well, they all are.
I think some of the guys are just like background cameos. I think he's more of
Well-
like a scripted role.
Bad Bunny is his caddy.
Who is Bad Bunny?
He's a Latin American artist.
Oh.
He's R&B and rap.
Yeah, it
If you
doesn't
li-
come
if
up
I
on my
showed you-
Spotify.
If I show you some of his songs, you'll recognize it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good. I'm really glad Bad Bunny's in it.
No, me too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Nice.
It's like Bugs' degenerate brother.
You went full Looney Tunes. Thank you. So what happened? Jordan Spieth almost ripped someone's head off.
Really?
Is that
Yeah.
is that true?
Yeah. So this is a bad image I have here, but
Perfect. Good
there's a
call.
video out, and I'll put the video in the show so you guys can watch it as we're talking about it.
Are we ever going to get a TV that's easier for Gary to see?
Yeah, I know.
He's like literally like next to it. Like,
So
here, look at this.
So you could see where he's lined up next to the fans, right?
Oh yeah.
So, and even going down towards the green, if you look from the other side, you see that it goes kind of in,
Yeah.
hits a stinger.
Okay.
It probably goes a foot or two above everyone. That's not the ball.
Looks like the ball to me. Keep going.
But probably a foot or two above them, everyone, a stinger.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, just like buzzed the hairs.
I did that to
Yeah.
Rich.
Nice.
We all did that to Rich.
Yeah, but I really did it.
Yeah.
I
Gary
was
did
the
it
best
more.
at doing it. Yeah, 100%.
He was the best at that bad
100%.
shot.
Give us a target and we will hit it.
So nobody was actually like hit by the ball. Nobody got the signed glove.
No,
What a
but
shame.
that
Oh
was
my God.
no,
No,
that
it is because it's nice to get the signed glove. I'm saying, like
Like-
that's nice.
Like when Garrett hit the kid, I've been like, yes, I've been so happy.
Yeah, signed glove.
Or like
I'm like, walk faster though.
or Bob hit someone, and from Bob to Sports hit someone. It was just like open day. Like there was no one there. Only one group was in front of
Oh,
him.
that's
He
funny.
hit someone, and Joey Goldcoats goes, "Go sign a glove for him or something."
Does that still work for like if you're a YouTube golfer or
I tried
depends.
it in traffic yesterday when I bumped, and I was like, here.
rear-ended
They're
some
like, what?
guy,
Give me
signed
your
a
info,
glove?
man.
I think if I tried it, I think they would look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah. I think, you know what, Josh, do it. Next time, like anything happens, like whatever, like doesn't matter. Whatever happens, just sign somebody a glove, send it to
Oh,
them.
do you know what else is funny? Is like I see these videos all the time. It's like you go up to someone that's more famous than you or something. Or
Oh,
like,
that's funny.
Like they usually celebrities doing it to celebrities. They drop a piece of paper, and they're like, "Oh, here, you drop this," and like you just pull out a pen and sign it and give it back. to them.
It's like Leo running up to Jonah Hill, and he's like this, and then Jonah like got scared, and then he realized, and then they get embraced in the hug.
Aw.
Like Leo's like, oh my God, it's Jonah Hill.
Gotta love Wolf of Wall Street.
I leave
Probably
him.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
You've seen it?
Yeah, like 45 times.
I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man, and I'll pick rich every time.
Nice.
Pick up the phone and start dialing. You don't like your life? Good. Pick up the phone, stop dialing.
Sell me that pen.
I'm not leaving.
You do this on your issue day?
PGA Tour eliminates starting strokes format for the Tour Championship.
Yeah.
This has been controversial for quite some time. You know, whoever's leading in points coming into the final round, they end up getting just an unbelievable amount of starting strokes. So here you get Scottie Scheffler right off the bat. I forgot what it was. Is it like 18 strokes over or something like that?
I thought it was only like 8.
I don't know. It feels like a million.
You guys only
Feels
need
like 2
3
Well,
million.
Scotty, give him 3, and it's like giving him a bajillion.
So here's the thing, and Scotty talked about this in a press conference. He said, you know what? I think the greatest part of pro golf is being able to show up when the moment's right. Play when the time calls for it. When you're in that final round, when you're in those moments, to be able to step up, show up, and play your best golf and take yourself a win. So in some ways, he was supportive of this, I guess, in the context of this rules change. Here is now my question. What is the incentive to have the most FedEx Cup points then? Like, why do you care?
Are they going to do kind of like what, you know how Liv does their finale, where it's like they have a winner, but then they have another winner?
I don't know. Like, you're right. Like the
Could
winner
you, like,
of the tournament.
rephrase your question? Because in my head, what you just said in my head is like to win the money from the $10 million.
Yes, it is. So generally, here, Josh, and pull it up. Like what used to be the starting strokes for the FedEx Cup, say in like 2014 or whatever. But going into the final round, there'd be sort of like you'd be handicapped based upon, you know, if you had the most FedEx Cup points, you'd get the most strokes starting. If you had the second most FedEx Cup points, you get the second most strokes starting. So you go on to hole 1, the first tee, with a ton of strokes, or like strokes down. You'd be like minus.
All right.
Go ahead.
So first in points is 10 under par.
10 under. So
Yeah.
Scottie Scheffler last year started 10 under right off the bat, automatically going into
Arby's.
at the Tour Championship last year.
And then it just
The FedEx
slowly
Cup.
goes
So
down.
confused. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
same thing. Victor Hovland did the same thing. Like when he, you know, or whatever, you know, all these guys, they going into the Tour Championship at East Lake in Atlanta last year, Scottie started 10 under just automatically
On this like separate.
on the final tournament to win the FedEx Cup.
You know, I understand that. I just never heard this.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't
I
understand.
feel like there needs to be a second category to this if they're going to do something, because the win, unless they're going to boost the winning score, the number of FedEx points you get at the end, Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Right. As long as you're in the top 30, or like as long as you're in enough points to get into the playoffs and make your way in, you have as good a chance as anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
But at the same time, giving Scottie like 10 strokes, like it's an impossible tournament at that point.
I feel like they should have did it a little differently and not get rid of it, but maybe look at everyone's points and then be like, okay, Scottie's got this many, but then say like Rory, he's got less than half of his points, right? Just for shits and giggles, right?
Go on.
Then the next person's even lower than that. So you kind of like adjust it towards that. So like Rory wouldn't get that second place spot because he's right with the rest of the crew down below.
But I think the point that they were trying to make was like last year was almost like ceremonial. By letting Scottie go out with any amount of strokes more than anybody is just like, what are we even doing? Like,
case closed.
We're just here to watch him win.
Well,
like,
he was already up on so many with points. Like he walked in the tournament and won it.
Exactly. And so that's what they have changed. We're now everybody on the final tournament of the playoffs just starts at even like normal, like any other tournament. So what is the benefit of getting to that point with the most points? It doesn't do anything for you anymore.
What's the benefit of FedEx Cup points then?
It gets you into the playoffs. So
yeah, but it don't matter.
Playoffs.
I know.
What are they just?
That is my point.
Are they just gonna delete all your FedEx Cup points at the end of the year, and it's just you got no more points? This is all just scratch, and you get nothing for being the top dog on the FedEx Cup points.
Right, you just have to win that very last tournament with an equal chance as anybody.
Winner
Like
take all.
No, that's getting rid of an MVP trophy. That's terrible.
That's my point.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
I feel like they swung it too far. I feel like, okay, I get it. Scottie starting with 10 strokes doesn't make sense. The tournament is pointless at this point. It's ceremonial. We're just watching him take a 4-day walk, and it's beautiful, and we get to watch these swings, and he's the guaranteed winner.
Which he should, because he did so much winning in the beginning.
I agree. But at the same time, what's the point of having a ceremonial tournament then? Just give him the cut.
Because it's more golf.
Well, what even sucks now, because that was like, people are like, that's the closing tournament of the season. You know? And then the next week there's
another tournament, but it's not a new season.
But listen to this though. That tournament after is just gonna feel like a normal regular tournament because the tournament before it, the Tour Championship, isn't gonna feel like a championship because of them not having their FedEx Cup points.
But there will be somebody crowned the winner, and they will win the FedEx Cup, and they will get their whatever $20-25 million. I don't know. It's a mess. I'm not sure that they solve this in the best way possible, but I mean, I don't know. I appreciate them thinking about stuff and trying to make changes.
I wonder if Rory put it in their ear.
Yeah, Rory's like, hey, this is stupid. I get no chance. The U.S. Women's Open at Erin Hills. I was there, and let me tell you, Gary, we played the course.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful course.
Wonderful time.
Here's what I'll tell you.
The rough was rougher.
The rough was rougher. The competition was far steeper than the media day.
What was the best round or the score you saw? Let me guess, 64.
I didn't. So I was out there. I wasn't out there a ton. I wasn't out there for the whole weekend. So I didn't like follow anybody and like see somebody shoot a score. I just kind of cruised around and I watched different holes, watched different players, wanted to like kind of take in moments that I remember from playing the course and see how these players played them, where their drives were landing compared to where I remembered mine landing. And I was just more kind of taking it all in. Not really following it in terms of like, I want to see this group play all the way in.
Nelly, like I'd probably follow Nelly for like a good 9 holes.
I followed. She was in a great group. It was her, Charlie Hall, and Lexi Thompson.
Oh, that's fun.
Lexi Thomas.
That's a solid.
Yeah, that's a really fun group. Did she smoke cigarettes yet?
No. She wasn't even vaping. Nothing.
Stinks.
She lost her edge.
So like when you're watching them, you're like, oh, so if I play it off the hill on the left rather than the water to the right, this will bounce better into the.
Yeah, right. It was like, so
the fairway.
You don't duck hook it into the lake. I got it.
Duck hook.
It's a way better approach here.
Way to go.
Maya Stark taking herself a major championship, beating Nelly Korda, finishing. Let's see here. What did she beat her by? Nelly was tied for second. How many strokes? Finished 7 under.
I think maybe 1 or 2.
A couple 1-2 strokes.
Yeah, 1-2.
Did you guys want Nelly to win?
I wanted Nelly to win.
I'm kind of always rooting for Nelly.
I always root
that is
for
a
Nelly.
nice looking trophy.
That is.
Like the
It's a little more manageable size than
Yeah.
the PGA Championship Wanamaker Cup.
Like,
That
I
thing
think
is
I'd rather want to
gigantic.
win that trophy than.
Yeah, you could fit it in your carry-on to get it home. You know what I mean?
I just buy a plane ticket, put it right next to me.
I
That'd
love
be
how they
nice.
give them a medal too.
Does it get its own like snacks and drinks on the plane?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's got a ticket, of course.
I'm
it
gonna
does.
eat it though,
Yeah, well, of course. It's your medal, your snacks.
or I'm gonna put it inside and just eat them later.
Or maybe you bring it already full. It's like a big like snack.
Smuggle it in.
Just
it.
a whole thing
Yeah.
of whiskey in there.
What's
I
in
was
your?
thinking Chex Mix,
Yeah,
but that's
Chex
fine
Mix.
too.
Can you? I wonder. Oh man, we gotta dive deep in this and see if we could research if there's any like weird like TSA or like pre-board checks if they had the trophy on them.
Oh,
And see if there's anything in it, like if they brought like stuff they shouldn't have.
Or like they'd like do the little swab. You know what I mean? That whole thing.
It goes through the thing. It doesn't even make a noise. You're like,
It
what
go-
is this made out of?
You walk through the dogs and they take the trophy.
Could you imagine? Yeah. Well, so where's your trophy? Like, I don't know, TSA in Milwaukee took
Yeah,
it.
they
Milwaukee.
confiscate it.
Yeah.
Didn't know you could fly with those things.
Nelly Corda gave it her best.
Yeah.
She did well all week, but
I heard she struggled with putting.
Man, was it that cold that she had a sweater on? Wow.
it was windy and it rained. Like the Friday when I was there, they stopped play, Thunder and Lightning, and then they resumed play like an hour later, and then 20 minutes later it stopped again, and then they had to start again the next morning to finish that previous round. I'm just imagining that's got to be tough. You're playing in a major, and it's like start, stop. Wait, no, play it tomorrow. Finish this round. Now play a new round and do that one and do it over again.
Because like when you're dialed, like,
Yeah.
like having to quit after 9 holes is rough.
Yeah, you go back in the clubhouse and you're kind of waiting and you kind of tighten up a little and
I want to play more golf.
yeah. And it's also weird too. I was out there. I
You had a busy week, man.
had
Yeah,
a
you
crazy
did.
busy week. I was filming and I had like my selfie stick going and I was kind of doing like a wrap up for the day. And I had like my camera on a selfie stick and I had my microphone kind of doing my thing. And like I said a couple lines and I was like, I was like thinking about it for a minute. And all of a sudden I hear like the air horn blows.
Yeah.
And
You
everybody's
dropped
got to
it?
get off the course. And I was just like starting my video. Like I was just like doing my thing I was doing. And I immediately had to like, there were like, people were waving me, let's go. Like everybody off the course. I was like, wait, I was trying to do something here. But you could hear it in my video that like the air horns all go off in the background. And I'm just like, what do I do now? Yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to buy one for the show.
Do we want to talk about the crazy week we've had
We sure could.
real quick?
I mean, we talked about most of what we did last week on last week's show, but I would say the highlight of last week was without a doubt Bunker Hill Farms.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
something like no other. All right.
Like I went to Disney World before and played golf there, and went to Disney, and then I went there,
All right.
and that was like way cool.
Disney, Bunker Hill Farms, where you at?
Disney, Bunker.
Ooh. And then where's like playing, like a local muni? Like way down here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
like
that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Well,
I
it
mean,
depends
golf
on the
is golf.
muni.
Yeah, it depends if you get to play with me or not. Josh, takeaways. Just highlight moments from Bunker Hill Farms.
Oh, for me,
Yeah, for you.
my back nine,
Dude,
my-
you came alive.
my-
you found your swing.
my
Started
front
helping
nine,
you.
My front nine, I swear I could not hit the ball to save my life. I think it was because I was figuring out how to record stuff.
Well, dude, you were in such search for your golf swing that you even went righty for a few
Yeah,
holes. You went
yeah.
back
Which was
lefty.
incredible.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I can't do that.
I could do that.
I could be the first
You can't.
YouTube ambidextrous golfer.
Maybe that's it. Like
That's my gimmick.
welcome to
You
ambidextrous
think he's
golf.
better righty than I'm lefty?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
think so?
Yeah, I would
Honestly,
say like
I say so too.
I would say like over more clubs. Like
Yeah.
Could you hit like a better shot with this one club maybe? But if you guys went club for club, who is hitting like a better collection of better shots? I think Josh would take you
I kind of agree.
on his non-normal side. Like
Which
for
is
you, it'd be
insane.
righty. If you'd be lefty.
Yeah.
But he is righty.
Yeah.
But he's both. I'm both too.
Anything swinging, I do lefty, but
Nice.
I could do the other way because I was naturally righty. But my big takeaway, my big
Go ahead.
moment
Bunker
was
Hill Farm, biggest takeaway.
I don't know what hole it was. I think it was on the back nine. It's where I hit that weird hybrid that I have, and it had that almost inch deep divot.
Oh yeah.
And I think Gary put it onto the fringe, or someone put it on the fringe, and then I had that birdie putt that went in. It was like it went in the hole sideways.
Yeah.
I put it on a clip on TikTok. You guys could see that and all our socials.
Oh, nice.
I get like a hole in one, it just edits out. He's like, but look at my 5 foot.
No,
Yeah,
that was
for
just
par.
That was just probably no. That was
It
for birdie.
It was for birdie.
And that was by far my best putt, I think, because I made
And
a
you
few.
made
I
2 or 3 on the
Yeah,
back.
I made 2 or 3 birdies.
I just found it diabolical when I'm lining Dan up on the front 9, and then Rich goes, "You're a horrible partner to me," and I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you guys play that often, and I felt like it had been rude to be like, listen, this is where it's going, this is what I want you to do. I would like just let them do their thing, and then the guy I play with the most, that listens the most, will do it. And then he gets mad at me for reading
I was
the putt.
looking behind me. I'm like, "Hey, Gare," and he's like off in the distance. I'm like, "Great, thanks, man."
Well, there was a couple times, and I'll be honest, I saw this too early on, where Gary's like, okay, here's the line, here's the putt, it's going this way or that way. And then somebody would step up to the putt, and they're not even like lined up to what he said.
So I'm like, forget it.
Right. And he was like, a little more left, which is not that much. Like, yeah, you're good. Just
No, Dan, you do it.
So I did understand there was
Thank
some
you.
like, I'm not going to keep doing this if like, what's the point? Yeah, I'm wasting my
It's a
breath.
lot.
And then I started hitting exactly where he wanted me to,
did
and I
very
started
well.
making
You
them.
got dialed.
And
What do
then
you wanna
Nick
do?
started hitting him good when I told him just keep his head down a little longer. We
You
had a
gave
great
the-
day. It was
you
a great
gave the
day.
guy some good lessons.
Yeah, he
Well,
did.
he's got a good swing to begin with.
He's
He's like an athlete. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super athletic.
Super athletic. And he's tall,
So
which
tall.
helps. I mean, right? You got like the,
Like
the
Gary
length.
Clark.
He's
I,
also tall.
I
He's
still
always
have a
solid.
little pain from the shotguns.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and what didn't help either? Sunday I play softball, 16-inch,
Okay.
and it was a line drive, and I play left field. Line drive,
so
a
much
laser.
going on.
I do, and it was a knuckleball, and knuckleballs move.
Yeah.
This thing moved. I'm here, moved a foot, smashed me right here, and I had a clincher tattoo for about 5 hours on Sunday.
Wow. Look
Yeah.
at you.
It hurt. I never got hit that hard in my life with a ball.
Did that affect your bowling at all?
No,
No.
because I shot 712 last night and
Oh,
had a
so it affected it in
267.
the best way.
Yeah.
So maybe that should be part of your routine.
It just gets.
Yeah, you get blasted by a softball and then go
I'll hit a
bowling.
line drive at him.
Yeah. Gary will do it.
I used to in high school. I would pitch a complete game. I would mostly do it my sophomore year, and then I go bowl like 6 or 8 games after.
That's
Is the motion just like so different that you don't feel the same soreness?
It's not.
It almost
It's
is
not the
helping,
same
I
as
feel,
running
though.
because running you get rid of all that lactic acid in your elbow and your joints.
Yeah.
But it's almost the same thing because you're doing that same motion like you're running because you're moving your arm the opposite.
I used to do some half marathons and stuff back in the day, but my favorite was if we were in a town near the ocean, beach, water, to finish your half marathon, go get some swim trunks on and go swim out in a cold ocean.
Yeah.
Where you're
Feels
just
great.
like kicking and swimming and it's cold and it feels like ice and the movement and everything. Oh, yeah, totally.
You're supposed
Dialed.
to do ice, hot ice, and then
Ice,
you're
hot
good.
ice.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I was most impressed by was, I'll glaze you up right now. Moving on to what I want to talk about. Dan's ability to shoot skeets.
Oh, thank you.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh
you
my
were locked
God.
in, man. And what he was wearing too, it didn't look like he should be out there shooting
I was in
skeet.
full golf
Like
attire.
it was
just like-
scarier because he was like this classy looking, like older dude that's like, oh, you're dating my
Older
daughter
dude. Why do we got to bring that?
because you look nice.
Oh no, I said something like, "Good thing he's got no daughters."
Anyway, go ahead. Finish glazing me.
But he's just like, and then he would have this like little smirk, and I'm like, damn, dude, because like we're playing the knockout game, and I would go first and miss, and then he would
Knocked
just boom. As soon as I shot and missed, it was like boom. I was like, did I get it or did he just shoot that quickly? And it was freaking Annie Oakley over here just being freaking Scottie Scheffler.
style.
Shooting.
I was just happy I was able to get a tannerite.
I got it like 6 or yeah, you got it really quick too.
I got a second turn, like second bullet.
I think we can quickly tell who did and didn't grow up on a farm.
100%.
Yeah, me and Gary.
Well, I
Yeah.
just was an only child that shooting guns was like no way because like it's our baby, we can't let him do anything fun.
It's risky.
Yeah, it's risky.
Well, especially for a guy like you.
And I was too busy playing sports and playing with my action figures.
But
That was fun. I would say, like, there was so much, in me that was like, well, yeah, but I know there's all these other fun activities, but maybe we could just play more golf. And there was even like part of me where it was just like,
when you said that, I was like, no,
Yeah.
no, because
Like,
I knew I had to get stuff done.
I was
no.
trying to like rearrange the whole schedule.
Oh my God, I
And
wanted to play more golf.
Fortunately enough, they're like, hey, well, just kind of letting you know. I mean, you could do that if you want, but everything's set up. It's ready. We've got breakfast out there for you guys, like this whole thing. And I'm like, okay.
And Rich didn't ask well on the phone because he like gave him too many opportunities to have outs.
Which is probably good.
Which is good,
Yeah,
100%, because
it
we would have been there
worked out
forever.
for absolutely the best. But there was still that part of me that was just like, yeah, but more golf though, like maybe.
What's funny is as I was going to compliment you like for the shooting, I was going to compliment myself. I'd be like,
Good.
You shooting's like watching me play golf. You're like, I can't believe you just did that.
I will say though, my last takeaway from this place, I'm glad we didn't forget anything on the way there.
You know what? You did very good with that, Josh. You had a packing list going for days.
And we did not forget anything there.
Wow. Huh. And Rich's cup made it back wherever he is and wherever that is.
Shout out Nick to going to get it out of the woods through the ATVs.
As per told on the last episode.
Yeah, 100%.
I do. I still wish we were able, just all four of us, just on the ATVs looking for that thing.
Do you know what I truly wanted when we were there?
What?
I wanted golf's longest day.
That's what I wanted.
You know what I mean?
I wanted it through the night even. Like, could we take flashlights out?
Just nonstop.
Oh my God.
But there was so much awesome stuff we did that it wouldn't have made sense for us to golf the amount that we like deep down wanted to, because the dinners were phenomenal. Like, I mean, just so many things. Like, everything we were doing was all set up. It was all great. And I think we would have ruined it if we set the schedule.
Oh, yeah.
We would have golfed and not done anything else.
Yeah, we're like, well, actually, just make us some sandwiches and we'll be still out there golfing. He was
dinner,
like,
forget dinner.
There's a private chef in the kitchen, and he's like,
we would skip lunch, probably
easily.
Skip dinner, definitely skip breakfast.
It boggled my mind because I'm so used to like not even eating in a day. I just grab like 3 protein shakes that are like 250 calories, and I'm like, okay, I got my calories in mostly for the day, so I'll be rocking. And then she's like, we just had breakfast and we didn't go golfing yet. And she's like, all right, time for lunch. I'm like, lunch? We need breakfast balls and lunch balls.
Dinner balls.
Dinner balls.
Late night snack balls. Golf's longest day, the U.S. Open final qualifying. What a difficult day for these golfers that are trying to get into the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Of course, as we know, over 10,000 golfers want to compete in the U.S. Open.
Look at that. How cool.
That's great. The Church Bunkers.
Little shout out to my
Oakmont.
buddy.
We have a lot of
Alex
shout outs going on.
Pinata that he shot 65 in his sectional, and then he went to California this weekend. I don't know how he did for the U.S. Open qualifier, but I think he did well.
Well, if we read his name, then
yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, cool. Good for him. I'm proud of him. Is he from around here?
Yeah, Cog Hill.
He's a Cog Hill guy?
Cog Hill boy.
He's a Cog Hill guy.
There's a lot of YouTubers that try to qualify for this.
Which, as long as you've got a loan of handicap, anybody can.
You get handicap?
Well, you have to have a registered handicap in some sort of accredited handicap system association in order to apply. Because the problem is then every 35 handicap in the world would be trying to qualify for this. They would need like 700 locations. It'd be impossible. It's too much to manage. So each year, to kind of regulate the amount of people that are qualifying, you have to have like a provable handicap of a certain amount. Usually it's like around a 1, a 1.2, a 1.4, something like that. And then you can register to go into one of the first rounds of qualifying and work your way down.
Is it a scratch event then? Why are
these
35
you don't get
people?
any like whatevers for
you don't get any handicap strokes, right?
No. It's just limiting it. So there's 10,000 people trying to qualify. It keeps it from being 2.4 million people trying to qualify. It's too much. It's impossible. There's not enough rules officials and enough courses closed down. And they all have to be at sort of comparable level courses. So everybody's trying to qualify, even though they're in different states, in like a similar environment of difficulty.
So that's almost like, okay, we're using only TPC courses today.
Kind of, yes. But it's courses that are selected that are of varying, of similar difficulty around the country and really around the world, because there are some international sites. We saw, it was all over social. Did you guys see Max Homa out there carrying his own bag, just grinding?
Yeah.
He was out there just marching his way through 36 holes. Because along with this, he just parted with his caddy. And we saw 2 months ago, he made a change, new caddy. 2 months later, now no caddy.
I'm completely unaware Where is he at here?
What site was he qualifying at? He was at the Ohio site.
Yeah.
I feel very ignorant and stupid right now, but like he has to qualify for his tour card again.
No, he's qualifying to get into the U.S. Open. He did not have enough wins or points or anything to create fall into an exemption category.
Got it.
So he was out there with quite a few notable names who were.
Why would I say tour card? Okay, keep going.
Thank you. So glad you got caught up there.
Oh, I see one name on here that I didn't see before.
Oh, which one?
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Oh, we'll get there. All right. Now I'm wondering. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So a couple notable storylines. Cam Young, good old Cam Young. We like him. Got to talk to him a bunch out of TGL. Outdueled Ricky Fowler and Max Homa in a 5-for-1 playoff in Columbus.
That's the Ricky I like.
There were 5 players playing for one single spot in this final playoff. And Cam Young birdied the hole, came out victorious, and took that last spot. Let's see here. Another guy, Matt Voigt, 31-year-old dentist and former Oakmont caddy, qualified while holding back tears after honoring his late father.
That's awesome.
That's cool. A dentist. Those are the stories I love. He is a good enough golfer where he can get in and try and qualify, and he does it. He pulls it off, and he's probably making some form of a dream come true. Luke Poulter, son of Ian Poulter.
That's who I was saying.
Yeah. Lost a 2-for-1 playoff at dawn. So they didn't have time to finish the playoff yesterday during golf's longest day. They had to come back, do it again.
Our buddy Scott from TGL took a picture of Luke. He was there and he sent it to me on Snapchat. He's like, Luke Poulter. I'm like, oh, cool. Have fun.
Was he in there?
He was at the thing, yeah.
Ian Poulter was there watching?
Oh,
too?
I don't know if Ian was there.
I'm just curious. I don't know. Do you go and watch your son? Or is he like, no?
Oh, he probably isn't.
I'm in Florida trying to qualify.
Oh, wait.
Or wherever
He
was.
might be because there's a live event this week.
So Luke Poulter's out, unfortunately. Here's another great one. Justin Hicks, a 49-year-old journeyman, grabbed a spot in Florida, proving it's never too late. A 49-year-old guy.
Journeyman?
Yeah. Just that's what is incredible about this game. Like,
it is. It's great.
It's like, can you just be on fire on the right day at the right time and pull it off? And we see that all the time. We see guys who we've never heard of take a tour win, all this stuff.
Is this the Michael Block situation, or was that the PGA?
That was for the PGA Championship. Okay. Kind of similar. This is sort of the USGA's version of that for the US Open. Some PGA Tour and other pro names that did qualify. As we said, Cam Young, Bud Cauley, Adam Schenk. Who else
What
here?
a name for golf.
I know, right?
Oh,
of Live Golf, Mark Leishman. He had to get out there and find his spot. Eric Van Ruin. He dominated.
Yeah, I saw the scores.
Like 13 under, and the next guy was like 7 under.
Nice.
He
Dude went out
dominated.
there.
Well, he's a underrated guy, I think.
Dude, and when that mustache is coming in strong, I mean, that guy, power stash. Kind of like Bryson DeChambeau just showed us here on social media.
Bryson has a
Thank
good
you, Rich.
stash.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
Bye, Rich.
Carlos Ortiz, Victor Perez, and who else?
Emilio Grillo.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget him. Big names who missed. Ricky Fowler missed it in the playoff with Max Homa. Webb Simpson, Luke Donald, Martin Keimer, a few others, Adam Hadwin, Jason Kokrak, Bubba Watson, Lee Westwood, all did not make their way.
Bubba Watson was in those?
Bubba Watson was
even
out there
see
giving
him
it a
in
go. I know.
Wasn't Neil Shipley old Oakmont caddy too?
Yeah, well, I think he was a member there growing up. I think also caddied there, maybe.
It said he was a caddy there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, or I think he's a member now. I think he caddied and he's a member now or something like that. I don't know. There's been some membering. There's been some caddying. Who knows? But he didn't make it in, did he?
I don't think so. I didn't see his name anywhere.
No, and he headed back to Waffle House to drop his plan for the next one.
They need to drop him a sponsor, man.
They really do. What do you say? Body built by Waffle House?
Yeah.
He says
I
he
want
has,
that shirt.
he said he hasn't had it in a long time though.
What is he doing?
And his what was his latest interview? They were talking about the Waffle House. He goes, I've been trying to eat cleaner. I haven't actually had
Neil,
Waffle House.
come on.
Unreal.
You got years before you got to get your life together.
Jesus.
There's time.
Yeah.
He's so young.
Yeah.
Each player plays 36 holes in one day.
Sounds like a fun
18
time.
in the morning, 18 in the afternoon. No handicaps. It's pure stroke play. Playoffs held immediately after if needed. Some at dusk, others at dawn the next day.
Can you imagine waking up that next day just to have to play a playoff hole?
That'd be brutal. because you still got to go through your whole process, your full warm up. Like you want to be like as ready as you are to start the whole tournament to play one single playoff hole or how many ever it might go into. Also, 5-way playoffs and things like that are wild.
What is that just basically like if you shoot birdie and no one else shoots birdie, you win?
But what if 2 people shoot birdie of the 5?
And
then
they
those
get
three
kicked out and
go to the next playoff hole and
it's
on and on.
basically just elimination.
Yeah.
And what different tournaments are different playoffs. Like I believe players, there's like a 3-hole playoff.
Yeah, well, that's
And then
the PGA Championship. It's like it's right off the bat they're going into 3 holes. It's not just like a single one and done.
And
if
then
possible.
the U.S. Open is 18 holes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, because Tiger back in 08 with Rocco Mediate, when he tied him on the last hole, they had to play 18 holes the next day.
The entire course, really?
The entire course. And it actually went into another playoff, and it went into 19 holes.
So then they go to a single playoff
Then
hole.
they go to a single playoff. And then that, Tiger had his leg broken, so that was even doubly hard for him to win.
Did you guys hear Grant Horvat's about to play in a pro tournament?
Dude, I watched like 8 of his videos. I love this guy's videos. Like, I just got... I am. I'm excited for him. I hope he does well.
I did learn something brand new. Grant Horvat, Bob from Bob Does Sports, were riding in a car together, and Bob has his Burt's Beeswax chapstick out, and he's like putting it on his eyes. And Grant Horvat's like, he's like, what are you doing? You put that like on your eyebrows? And so Grant takes and starts doing. He's like, no, it's a little lower. It's more like on the eyelids.
Yeah.
And so Grant was just sitting there like pasting it on. He was like, that's a lot. And he was like, the whatever, like the essential oils or whatever kind of like wake you up, like, because they're right there by your eyes. And like Grant finishes doing it and he opens his eyes and he was like, oh, it's way too much. He's like, yeah, you went pretty hard on it. Like he had never done it before in his life. And he's just like smearing it everywhere. My eyes are watering.
What golf legend called his dad?
Called Grant's dad? Oh, Gary Player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone said what?
He was just like, you have a wonderful son. Like, was such a respectable, nice gentleman.
Oh, great.
With a
After he
fantastic
darts
swing. Like he just literally, he's like, got your dad on the phone. And
then, Gary's just
hits
a
a
class
dart.
act, dude.
dude, I'm like, how wild is that? It's like, oh, hold on.
Gary Players calling, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is we wouldn't answer that call because we wouldn't recognize the number.
Oh, dude, yeah, straight to voicemail.
But now that the iPhones, like, they pop up with the name, even if you don't have them in your contact list, it seems now.
Yeah, well, and if it doesn't say scam likely, then maybe I'll answer the number. I don't know.
Scam likely.
Yeah, you know that. You guys get it. Do you not get that?
I get that.
All right,
I get it.
All right, Grant Horvat, YouTube golf star. He's back in the field. He is playing in the celebrity division of the Korn Ferry Tour's BMW Charity Pro-Am.
I can't wait to watch.
Here's what's interesting. Most of the Pro-Ams around tour events are the days before. They're during like the practice rounds.
Yeah.
This event is the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like one of those, what is it, like the Pebble Beach Pro-Am?
100%.
So in this one, it's kind of an interesting format here. So the BMW Charity Pro-Am presented by Cinex, whatever they are, is the only Korn Ferry Tour event that pairs pros with amateurs and celebs.
That's fun.
Takes place across 2 courses in South Carolina because there's so many people, yada, yada. The format is better ball, a.k.a. a 4-ball. Both players play their own ball. The best score between the 2 counts as the team score for each hole. Each pro is paired with either an amateur or a celebrity, and there are 2 leaderboards because though there is this sort of counted score between the 2 of them, the better ball, the pros are also still just playing their own ball for the 4-day tournament.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they're sort of like, hey, me and whatever celebrity I'm playing with are taking this score for the hole that hits the leaderboard, but also just my own true score matters for the real leaderboard.
So, question.
Go on.
Say like Grant Horvat absolutely dominates, right?
Yeah.
And does his score get put on the pro board?
No.
No?
Because he is there only as a celebrity. So they're only playing 3 days.
And most of the celebrities are pretty good, but like to have Grant on your team is just like an extra whammy.
What if he carries? Like that would be kind of sad.
Could you imagine?
What if he what?
Like he's like for the score between the 2 of them, they keep taking Grant's score and not the pros
that'd be
score.
great. I can see that happening.
So here's how it goes. So they're, of course, everybody's paired up for the first 2 days. After rounds 1 and 2 on Thursday and Friday, the top 65 pros and ties make the cut for the real tournament. They're going to play all the way to Sunday. The top 12 amateurs, they make the cut to Saturday, and the top 4 celebrities, they also make the cut through Saturday. So by Sunday, it is just a regular full-blown tournament coming down the stretch. But there is a chance that, you get to see, if my math serves me correct, 16 teams will still be out there playing on Saturdays in the Pro-Am portion of the event. There is no prize. They're playing for bragging rights. Except for the pros who actually win on Sunday. They're playing for whatever standard prize that might be.
You're a pro. Do you give the guy a little bit of dough if you win, if he was a good vibe the whole week?
I don't know. Maybe, listen, it's Corn Ferry Tour. Right? These guys probably.
You're acting like these guys don't know each other. He's like, just give it to the guy for having good vibes. Like he just met him. Like,
you know what? I like the guy. Here's like $600.
I bet you there's deals made.
410.
I bet you there's definitely deals made. I bet you that's how they get people to go play.
Without a doubt.
Like, be like one football player or something who's pretty decent. Be like, oh yeah, I'll play with you if I get a cut of that check at the end.
I know the top 10, like not top 10, but like top celebrities I'd want to play with is Alice Cooper. He's a phenomenal. Kenny G is phenomenal. Ray Allen's phenomenal. What's his name? Steph Curry's phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Romo's good. Brady's good.
Brady.
All those guys are just.
I want to play with Urlacher.
I actually watched him play golf in like real life and follow him in Robbie Gold. And Robbie Gold's a pretty good golfer too.
Somebody I was just hanging with said they just got done filming with Urlacher.
Yeah, he's good at hitting flag sticks.
I can't remember. I don't know. Nice. I'd play with some Urlacher. Listen, I feel like we're friends because every time you drive to O'Hare, you see his face on like 40 billboards.
You want to play with Bald Urlacher or Hairy Urlacher?
I want Bald Urlacher. He was a dog.
He was a dog.
Speaking of famous golfers, Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm. If you like laser rocket arms, 6'6".
So he had a little bit of an errant tee shot that found itself in a little bit of trouble out there at the Memorial Pro-Am. Speaking of Pro-Ams. And the dude straight up blasted a house, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Had Scottie dying.
I love it. Scottie just doesn't care. I'm the best in the world, and I'm laughing at you being normal.
Like, I guess, because I saw the video, and you could hear the smack.
Just a hard, heavy hit.
It was a hard, heavy hit, and Scottie was just like, he's like on his knees almost, just like hands in his face, like, oh, no.
You know, how many times have you played where somebody sent an errant shot over to the houses, but nothing's broken? The other day in Florida, somebody broke a window in my foursome.
Really?
And she goes, I just want to show you where it's broken. We'll deal with. I'm like, so why even show them? It's broken. You just
was it like honor system? Like, hey, after your round, come back.
No, she just said that they had insurance or something, and they got the cart number though. I'm like, he did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, like in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys see the video? It was Bob Does Sports and Foreplay when they were playing in Chicago. Oh no, it wasn't Foreplay. It was PMT. Part of my take.
Okay.
And one of them hits a car.
Oh no.
And the lady stops and pulls around and stops them. And they're like, do we just keep driving? Do we stop? And the one guy goes, we got to stop. He's like, no. And
absolutely
not.
And
then Big Cat's like, you need more money?
Well, I mean, I think, probably in that situation, because they're operating like as a business.
Yeah.
Does that just fall under business insurance?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like they're doing like a function of their organization. They're playing this filmed golf.
I definitely do not feel like you have to pay someone if you're playing golf and you like hit a bad shot. You shouldn't have to pay for whatever you damage.
Well, what about the one guy that came and drove on the course in his car?
Well, that's
aggressive.
That's just
aggressive.
crazy.
Yeah.
You saw that video.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, let's say you want to stop somebody. Like, they hit your house, they broke a window, and they're supposed to pay for it. Like, you're not going to go out there and like run after them. You'll never catch them.
Don't you pay extra insurance for that too when you live next to a golf course? Isn't that why golf course houses are so expensive?
Maybe. I know Silver Lake used to, like, I had my window broken by a golf ball at Silver Lake, and they fixed it for me.
Your car, like in the parking lot, got hit? Really?
100%. It was inside my car.
The golf
ball?
Was? Did you keep it?
You play it where it lies?
Did you sign it and give it back?
It was a shitty night,
Did you
so
sign a glove?
I gave it to Josh.
Yeah. How many holes did that ball last you, Josh?
Probably. Well,
Zero.
actually,
0.
I wasn't losing balls unless I hit it in the fescue, and I didn't hit it in the fescue that often, especially in the front nine, because I couldn't hit it 5 feet in front of me.
Max.
RBC.
RBC.
We got the RBC this weekend. Gary, are you a gigantic RBC fan?
I love the RBC.
Yeah. Aren't they? Isn't the RBC like a bank?
Yeah.
Good. Well, then they should up the prize money. I don't think it's enough.
Well,
What is it?
Isn't this the second?
1.2?
Is this the second tournament that's RBC?
You think
in
about
the title?
PNC.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
Please do. Thank you.
You keep talking.
All right. They're going to be playing up at the TPC Toronto at Osprey Valley.
A little Canadian.
Yeah, up there in good old Ontario. Gary, I know
played
you're up
with
there all the time.
so many Canadians last week.
This is the venue debut for this tournament. They're playing the North Course, par 70, 7,300 yards, known for its generous fairways and strategic bunkering.
Dude, it's the RBC Heritage.
Yeah, that was right. That one was like a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was before
RBC's pretty big.
I have the memory of a gnat.
before the Zurich.
So
Speaking of Ben
RBC's
Griffin.
coming up, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, I was joking. Like I just, yeah.
RBC Canadian
Like I
Open.
forgot.
So
about
this
it
is
already.
the second one of the year with the same sponsor.
You know what? They should solve that to be less confusing for us.
I mean,
fine.
one's in Canada. So they call it the Canadian Open.
Oh,
A
whatever.
boat. It's a boat in Canada.
Wasn't it the Canadian Open a couple years ago where we had the scene on the green where the one dude got tackled?
Was it that tournament?
Like
was
the
it or
dude's-
no?
the
Like I
dude's
could be
buddy,
wrong.
the
Are you talking
prof-
about his buddy that got tackled?
Yeah, like he came out and was doing the champagne, and the guy it was.
If you see somebody with
Adam Hadwin, I
champagne
think.
and he's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Maybe he wasn't on the list.
Read the room.
You read
There's
the
no
room.
list to-
Read the green.
Yeah, read the green.
They
Read
didn't
the
give
green,
him.
buddy,
They didn't give him a
bitch.
list because they never expected Adam Hadwin to win a tournament.
Oh,
Dang.
wow, harsh.
I'm sorry, Adam.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this tournament. It's in Canada. There's so I don't even know what channel it's going to be on.
You playing any puck?
What?
That when
Hey,
I play with all the Canadians
Do you know
in
who's?
Disney World.
You know who's going to be in attendance?
Who?
Rory McIlroy.
Rory.
And he's set to make his return to media and interviews this week.
Oh
after
wow!
after whatever a several week long silence since before the PGA Championship because we
Okay.
didn't hear from him there.
I would get sick of answering their dumb questions anyways.
Okay. Get off him real quick. That was okay. No, here's my take on it. I can't.
Go ahead, Josh.
I'll
Is fired
answer
up. Josh
all-
is fired up.
I
Right. Go ahead,
can't
Josh.
stand when pro players won't talk to media because they're frustrated. Because literally half of their job is like their fandom. Like they're like you see MLB players, like they get money off their jersey sales. Like everything all these players do off the course or off the court or field, whatever they play, or lane,
Thank you.
there needs to be a balance there. And when there's nothing, how can you like a guy that golfs bad and says, you know what, I might have won the Masters, but this week ain't my week, so I'm not even going to talk to anyone.
Well, and aren't there like certain sports or organizations that actually require it from their players?
NFL, remember Richard Sherman? No, not
Oh,
Richard
yeah.
Sherman. It was Marshawn Lynch.
Was
I'm
he-
here only because I don't want to get fined.
Yeah, like they would keep trying to ask him questions, and he just kept repeating that.
And then he forced him to put Skittles on the table.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Love some Skittles.
He goes, I'll only be there. There's Skittles on the table.
Just get some Skittles. Like, hold on, there's some in my kid's backpack.
Yeah.
I'll go grab
But
them.
you do, like in other sports, you do get fined if I don't think it's like if you refuse, but if you're in the locker room, you could refuse probably. But like if you're in the media and they say you're going and you say no, like that becomes an issue.
All I know is like if Tiger has a shot and then he's in the media, they're like, Tiger, were you nervous over? No, he was not nervous. He's Tiger Woods. You're dumb.
Well,
Stop
here's what
asking
I will
dumb
agree.
questions.
Here's the thing. I think they should talk to media. I think media should ask better questions. I think
100%.
both of those things
If
should
Dan's
exist.
asking me my questions, I'm cool because
We'll go to Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
We'll go to Bob Herrig, and then we'll go back to Dan.
There's a difference between stupid questions and questions that people are looking for a quote. You could tell some questions where like these reporters are just looking for a quote.
Yeah.
Like
I loved it at the Masters. One of the reporters asked Rory, they're like, Rory, if you were to write your own headline for this week at the Masters, what would it be? He's like, I don't know. That's your job.
that's stupid.
You're a headline writer. I'm a golfer. You're asking me to on the spot write a
You're
headline.
gonna ask me to do my job?
Roars from
I don't
Rory.
Yeah, that's your job. Well, it'd be good to hear from Rory. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Get some updates.
Yeah.
See what it's been doing. Maybe, I don't know.
I miss 21-year-old Rory.
You do?
Yeah.
With the curly hair?
With the chubby
necklace?
cheeks. And
Yeah.
Now he looks like Mr. Fantastic. Look at that hair coming out of that hat.
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
You even know who Mr. Fantastic is?
No clue.
You know the Fantastic
Is that like
Four?
a cleaning spray?
He's
No.
the stretchy guy.
Yeah, you know Fantastic Four?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God. I was going to make the most intrusive joke. I'm so glad.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic Four. It's Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, Visible Woman, and The Thing.
Isn't Fantastic a cleaning spray?
Fabuloso.
Yeah. So the Fabuloso 4, go on.
And he's just known for having gray hair on the side of his head.
I want to say my joke so bad. Keep going.
I feel like Rory got a lot more grays since
Oh, my
Live
God.
Golf started.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah.
It's like when you're a president and you have a
his
war.
fake divorce too.
It just aged him
For his
rapidly.
fake marriage to cover up his
Wow.
Sean Lowry love.
None of this
Lowry.
is factual or provable, and don't blame the show. So Rich is in here. I mean, usually we like to throw out some picks for the big tournaments.
I was just thinking that he never texted, and usually I would get his pick through the text, and he didn't text me back. So,
All right, hold on.
are you gonna live call him?
Yeah, we're gonna call Rich right now.
Should we all call him at once?
No, I'll just call him at once. All right, here we go. See if we can hear.
Oh yeah, we can.
Nice.
Come on, Rich, answer.
I'll say he doesn't.
If he doesn't answer, we're making his pick.
He's in Evans.
This is Rich. Leave a message.
Hey, Rich, this is Dan from the Dan's Golf World Show. We're live and on the air right now. We were calling to get your pick for the week, but since you're not available, Gary said he's going to be making your pick for you. Good luck. I hope it gets you some points, and enjoy whatever it is you're doing. That was more important than talking to us on the show. All right. Love you. Bye.
I never get I love you.
Well, that's because he's my brother,
I'm your brother from another
and because I
mother.
do love him.
Oh, my God.
So I'm just gonna go through the final standing or the running standings because it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, get us
since,
caught up here, and we'll start from the bottom.
Yeah,
How about
so with me on the bottom right now for our total standings with 3,200 points.
that? That
then
sounds like a lot. Is that good? Not very.
Compared to Gary's, which is 3,650 points.
All right, Gary, nice.
Am I leading something?
No,
You're
and
leading third.
And then Rich has 13,600 points.
With his
Wow.
bullshit point.
And
thing.
then Dan is in the lead with
Let's
17,200 points.
go.
The guy that picks withdraws and miscut people.
Do you know what's
is
even
in the lead?
sadder? Do you know what's
Yeah.
even sadder, Gary?
Exactly.
With our pointless here, the last tournament was a Charles Schwab. You picked Scottie.
Yeah.
Dan picked Tommy Fleetwood. They both tee forward. But Dan gets more points because Tommy Fleetwood's over-under was plus
How do you like that?
2,500 and yours only 250.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, here's the thing, though. That last Tommy point win just really, really put me up there.
Yeah.
I mean, 10,000 points in the game, huge. And had Rich not gotten 12,000 points on his last pick. Oh, wait, we got Rich. Hold on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Richard, are you there?
I am here right now.
All right, well, we're on the show, and we're trying to make our picks right now, and we wanted to give you a chance to throw a pick in if you had one.
Oh my God. What order am I in?
you could go last
Yeah,
or first.
you're up first.
I'm up third. All right. Is Scheffler still available?
He's not playing.
No Scheffler? He's not at the RBC?
No, I got the whole
Oh,
list of
okay. Yeah,
field
no
list right
Scheffler. Try again.
All right. How about a Tommy?
You want Tommy?
here. He's not on
No,
there.
no. Instead of Tommy, give me Keegan.
Keegan's not playing.
I'm rocking the mustache for Keegan. And by the way, did you see that new clip of Bryson?
With the stash, we did. Hey,
He shaves into his stash. Yes.
all right. There's no Keegan here. I'll give you a couple. You got Rory, Ludwig, Corey Connors, Shane Lowry.
No, Ludwig. That's what I want. I want Ludwig.
All right, he's got plus 1,400. You like it?
I love it.
All right, great. You're locked in.
Love it.
All right,
See you guys.
enjoy.
See you,
All
Rich.
right,
All right. Bye.
bye. All right, Rich is locked in. We got him.
All right, and then it's my
Dialed.
turn.
All right, what do
My
you got,
turn.
Josh?
I have a question. If they win this tournament, are they in the U.S. Open?
You could go.
That's an interesting question. Like, if they don't already have an exemption in, will this get them one?
I'd assume so.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Because I'm going Max Homa
You're going Max Homa?
at plus 7,000.
Wow. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
He does. Jake Knapp also didn't make his way in. He was one of the guys out there. Golf's longest day. Poor guy. Silky smooth swing. It'd been fun to watch. All right, who's next?
Then it goes Gary.
All right, Gary, who do you got?
I almost want to pick this AJ guy because he is 40,000 if he just makes the cut and just take it. But
There's
You
a
would-
couple sleeper picks at the bottom here if they make the cut. Like, dude,
You would-
there's-
Absolutely go skyrocketing in points for the game.
I'm going AJ
AJ who?
Earwart.
Earwart. I'm positive that's how you say his name. At plus 40,000.
There you go.
All right. Gary's just playing the points game.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
And because Scotty's not available and you've picked him like the last 5 weeks. Let's see here.
Don't you mutter shit that's true under your breath.
You didn't want to pick Rory.
Raw Ray.
Plus 450. Like there's just not a big points payout there.
I will say though, do you know I have not gotten points within the last 3 weeks? We've
Really?
made picks.
Good.
Yeah, all my guys
Wow. I'm gonna go. Hey, what we just were talking about him. I'm taking Adam Hadwin.
I think I
Okay.
just screwed myself big time.
Perfect.
What is he at? Plus what?
17 thou.
I wanted to pick Gary Woodland.
Well, you missed your chance.
You know what? You're right.
Thank you. All right. I think we covered it all.
Yeah,
My
we did.
700 pages of show notes.
Yeah, it was a heavy show note.
It
day.
was. It was a
But,
heavy
hey,
show note
I will
day.
say we got through every single bit of it.
We did. We kind of did.
What did we miss?
I don't want to tell you
Mhm.
because I'm looking at our list now. Live Golf Virginia.
They're just playing in Virginia.
They're just playing in Virginia. There's not a
Live
lot
in
going
Virginia.
on.
And golf.
Yeah, whatever. Gary, I think you could live in Virginia.
What?
Yeah, you do. I think you'd have so much fun there.
It's like a state I don't care to ever visit.
Do you know
I
what
have-
the slogan is for Virginia?
Don't come here.
Nope.
What?
Virginia is for lovers.
Oh, well then.
I got a whole bunch of
Where's the
family from
sociopath
West
state?
Virginia.
From West Virginia.
Yeah.
Almost heaven.
Yeah.
Mm.
West Virginia.
Mama llama.
Let's see. They're going to be playing at the Robert Trent Jones Golf Club in Gainesville, Virginia. Live Golf, of course. And this fantastical purse of $25 million. $20 million go for the individual, $5 million for the team event. Just an unbelievable amount of dough. Standings currently over there on Live. Joaquin Neiman, he's leading the field, 125 points. Bryson DeChambeau, second place, 105 points. And John Rahm in third place with 105 points. There's some points of
There's decimal
fractions.
I'm getting
places.
40,000 this week.
And of course, John Rahm's, it says on here Legion 12, but isn't it Legion 13?
I forgot an I.
Hey, you know what? Legion 12 is the leading team right now for Live Golf. Now we covered everything.
Yeah.
We could say that we finished the show. We didn't skip anything, and we did very good today. Gary, we're done. I got nothing else. Did you print anything else out you need to cover?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You got cut again.
You stabbed yourself?
We don't need to talk about stabbing.
Perfect.
I,
Listen, he was trying to mince garlic like Rich, and it got ugly. Oh my God, he's got a.
It's a little too high up there,
Yeah.
dog. I got to put a sensor bar on that.
I thought you
Please
needed
do.
sunglasses from the tan line.
All right, guys, that's it. We are done. That is all for the Dan's Golf World Show, brought to you by.
Sports Illustrated.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.